So we'll watch this from Epic's side. The bug is gone. We're good to go. Our losers finals is ready here. We have Epic starting out on the play, getting down our Haru insignia here. EpicLegion going really hard on a Coffin, Aegis / Flyers build. And obviously BeardBroken, as we saw them earlier, is on the Quinn build. We've seen EpicLegion's deck do a lot of damage fast. It's really consistent because it's just the two colors. And as we've said before, Aegis and Flyers has just been so king in this format. If EpicLegion hits another Justice here, man, this Victor's Cry off of Acquisitive Crow can be nasty. Oh, so can Hammer. I'm a little bit worried about Highland Sharpshooter. Epic isn't. Epic's just gonna assume they can curve out and go straight to Acquisitive Crow. Yeah, definitely not blocking. Once this is attacked, it's fine to block even, and it doesn't get the Renown. Like, you don't have to worry about the Renown happening at that point, because it has to get the Renown and then attack. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. The Renown will just fizzle, essentially, and not be usable.
Trust in your allies.
Display of Honoring the Crow. That's an interesting one. BeardBroken, that's quite a play. I'd have almost wanted, if I was BeardBroken, I'd been sorely tempted to just use that pre-attack. Give this a 7/6 lifesteal, slam in, and have your next unit be 7/6 in lifesteal. Yeah, Highland Sharpshooter is one of the only units that doesn't actually work with combat tricks that's got Renown. It's a very strange unit in a lot of ways. EpicLegion not deciding to do anything, just holding up Victor's Cry. Which I think is going to work out really well for BeardBroken, because BeardBroken's just going to play Varret and feel perfectly okay about that. And now what does EpicLegion do? EpicLegion's stuck with the same kind of turn, right? Okay, so they freeze Varret. But, like, what if now the Renown comes in? Epic doesn't really have anything. Inner Might doesn't actually do anything until there's extra spells in the void. Like, it's probably not going to help out blocking the Highland Sharpshooter. And I mean, even if it does, Highland Sharpshooter getting the trigger is huge. This is a pretty painful looking warp, yeah. Knowing that you don't have anything off of Sadidi is scary. EpicLegion lost a little bit of a turn there, just kind of sitting back, holding the goat. And it's a fair play, but it's well played by BeardBroken, just not doing anything, waiting, getting more onto the board, and making it so that EpicLegion just doesn't do anything. BeardBroken able to go into the market now, too. EpicLegion's market, because we did see Beards earlier. Looks a little like that. A little bit of removal. Some things like Paladin Oathbook and Edict. Harsh Rule seems like a really good hit for Epic if they could get there, but obviously no Merchant in hand for Epic yet. Okay, now Epic is like, well, I gotta make something happen. And I like that decision. Epic's been kind of waffling a little bit this game and hasn't been able to get anything going because of it. I mean, partially also because that Display of Honor was real good against Crow, and this hand is not really helping, but... Oh. Yeah, break the Permafrost, slam in with Varret. Varret transforms. I would probably... Make it Aegis, sure. I was thinking that I'd probably just go for the Overwhelm, make it as large as possible, because you already know that Epic doesn't have real removal here against you. And this is pretty bad. I mean, Epic can go ahead and Crystallize, but that still means that you've got an 8/9 coming at you. And Epic does nothing, just going to hold up this Victor's Cry, hope to trade. Oh, no, well, not trade, going to try and eat that. Oh my god, BeardBroken with the Anaya Arctic Sheriff, and that's definitely the game. Brutal. Very, very good start from BeardBroken. A little bit of a stumble from EpicLegion, and an easy win for Beard. Yikes. Really big blowouts. Every time that Epic tried to wait to do something to see what would happen from BeardBroken had like the exact answer to what EpicLegion was sitting on waiting to do. Whether it was a combat trick or like just trying to slam in with the hammer, anything like that always ended up being real bad. An unfortunate situation for Epic. Not really anything they could do there. Like, it's just one of those times where your opponent just has the exact answers to what you're trying to do. And we're going to watch from BeardBroken's side. And Beard has an interesting hand here. I might keep this. Just get that out of the way. We'll wish good luck to each player. And Beard decides to keep. And a good keep because they get the fires, so that's going to be great. Getting double fire, getting Shavka Evangel into Caleb's Persuader is pretty disgusting. Or, you know, just going with the Barret.
Adventure is everywhere.
Like, I wouldn't play the Shavka Evangel first. But...
Tell me, what do you see?
Yeah, Epic gets a Coffin, but I imagine BeardBroken just gets to clean that up. Gets Shavka Evangel into Torch. Slam with the Barret. There's a lot of Verets coming out of BeardBroken here. Some really good draws. This Evangel's pretty nasty. You got an interesting choice. I guess you could just crown... Because you can't actually play this Caleb's Persuader next turn unless you play Crown Watch Standard now, which means you don't get the Evangel. So, yeah, we're going to see BeardBroken make the decision. I think that's correct to play the Standard. I thought for a second that was Emblem, but it's not. It being the Standard and being depleted is a big difference there. It's a little bit slower here at a Beard, but very minimally. Like, this is still a huge, huge start for BeardBroken right now. BeardBroken able to slam the Caleb's Persuader and get Mastery on this Verret for sure now, since Epic doesn't have any mana up. Insignia won't be played yet, because that's going to be depleted, and we're just going to have Beard slam in, make a massive Verret. This time you definitely get the Aegis, especially since Epic went into the market. Epic stuck taking the damage, I imagine. These have been incredible hands from BeardBroken. Shavka Evangel into Quinn. I mean, who knows what BeardBroken draws as well. Epic's got to have something very good to fight against this. I mean, Beard's just had an almost perfect curve out. The Torch to answer Coffin, the Verret right away. Just so many things have gone right here. That's a good one. All right. I mean, I like this mirror image play. Being able to go into the market again is very good. And YouTube gets to say hello to my kitty for a moment. Epic searching their market. We know that they have Edict. We know they have Harsh Rule. Like, they have Paladin's Oathbook, but that's not going to be anywhere near good enough right now. Harsh Rule obviously isn't going to answer that either, nor is Edict. That Aegis is just so big. And yeah, now Vargo instead of Shavka Evangel. And just more big chunks of life here from BeardBroken. That Verret is so nasty with the Persuader on it. And I don't know how Epic's going to stop that. Like, Epic might be able to get a trade here where they're able to double block and kill the Verret with a trick. But then they still have Vargo to deal with, and they're only at 8. And Quinn's coming right afterwards. Like, this is just non-stop haymakers from BeardBroken's deck right now.
Never stop, never break.
Hojin could be a big swing here, though. That's a really good hit. Because if EpicLegion gets a combat trick for Hojin... Ooh, going for the Edict on that. I've imagined now that EpicLegion has the Harsh Rule. So EpicLegion probably went for the Harsh Rule. It's just using the Edict to pop that. And they're going to trade for Verret, chump block... Or trade for Vargo, sorry. Chump block the Verret. And then use the Harsh Rule to clean up. No double block... Wait, they didn't block the Verret. Well, that's the game. Did Epic just forget to block? Or did they not get the Harsh Rule? I feel like maybe they didn't get the Harsh Rule and they just didn't Didn't have any way to do it, so it was just a way for them to concede. I was expecting at that point that it was going to be the harsh rule, though, since the edict came down on the Varret there to pop the Aegis. So that's an interesting one. So whether that's a misclick or whether it was just that Epic hadn't actually gotten the harsh rule out of the market, that is in fact the game. I'd be interested to know, and I'll let people know, what Epic actually got out of the market and whether they had it. I was surprised that was the way that ended, because it seemed like the setup was there for those plays. And Epic is a very good player. What an incredible hand, though, from BeardBroken. BeardBroken just had an amazing one. Alright, Epic is saying that they didn't get the harsh rule, they got Vanquisher's Blade. Yeah, and so that wouldn't have been good enough, so it was just a way to concede. Fair enough. Yeah. And I mean, at the time, I can understand not getting the harsh rule, because you didn't realize that you would need it right afterwards. You were looking for ways to deal with the Varret itself. And you wouldn't have had units for the Vanquish, yeah. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. Very well played. I mean, since you didn't get the harsh rule, that's the only way that you could do it. And I can understand not going for the harsh rule at the time, not seeing the perfect information that we have. Like, we know there's just going to be Haymaker after Haymaker and stuff, and that's going to be a problem. Epic doesn't necessarily know that, and yeah, a little bit of a tough start from Epic on those games. Insane starts from BeardBroken. Well played by both players, good games, and that is the end of our losers bracket. That's our losers finals, and we have a grand finals now that's going to happen later. We'll have to get a date for that because Halba is indisposed currently. But we're going to be having, not that. That's a drawing I had to do for chat. People that watch the stream can request MS Paint drawings. We will have EpicLegion versus BeardBroken, and we've gotten that determined, so it's Halb now versus BeardBroken. One that is going to be a rematch of our round 3, a close one back then, a 3-part there, and pretty decisive win from Beard this time. Just an incredible couple of draws. And now we've got that grand final.